Okay, time is counting down. Is it counting down slowly or is it counting down quick enough for you?
Yeah, it's one of these things where I've been visualizing this for the last year, been out, sitting out on the sideline, just waiting for the perfect fight, the perfect opportunity, and now UFC 305 is right in front of us, 4 weeks out, so yeah, itching to get in there and showcase all these new skills that we've been learning and this new version of myself that I've been building, and yeah, ready to get back in there and remind everyone why I'm one of the best flyweights in the world.
You said before that you start your camp early because you had such a long layoff. How's that gone?
Yeah, it's been really good actually. Starting a bit earlier, starting 12 weeks out. So 12 weeks is enough time to kind of build this foundation to fine tune if we need to, and then closer to the fight we can, take out that bulk of those really hard conditioning workouts and just more short and sharp. And more specific to what we want to be doing. And yeah, it's been really good. Having deload weeks and having a few, sessions where we can really maximize what we're going to be doing in the fight. We've been working with High Performance Sport New Zealand for this fight camp. So they've been coming in, doing our testings. We've been going down to Cambridge and doing testings down there, using all their, state-of-the-art equipment that all the Olympians are using to get ready for Paris end of this month. So pretty lucky to have all that resource and people to lean on for all that knowledge. So yeah, it's been really helpful having all these new things that we've added in, as well as the foundation that we have at City Kickboxing and the system that we use. So yeah, I'm excited to put it all together and get in there and just get stuck in.
I'm interested if you're going down there, and obviously the same guys that are working with you are working with our top athletes.
Yeah.
Do they tell you any comparisons on different things?
Yes. So we have the data from testings that we've done in Vegas from the UFC PI. So we can go off that and compare ourselves to the rest of the division. So flyweight division, bantamweight. It's not really too specific on who that person is. Mm-hmm. They just put you in like a category of where you would be in your division. So really important information to have to compare yourself with other people and know what your strengths are compared to their strengths and weaknesses as well. And yeah, Olympians as well. These guys are good at what they do. What if that's a sprinter that's only got to do a 10-second sprint? They're the best in the world at doing that. For us, we have to do all these different other, energy systems and our sport's the ultimate because you've got to be fit, you've got to be strong, you've got to have endurance, and you've got to have the skills. So you've got to train all of those things. For an Olympic athlete, they've just got to train the one thing, and then that's it. So for us, especially the trainers that are taking us through those testings, they were really surprised of how consistent we are at kind of everything. So doing our VO2 max on the treadmill or on the assault bike, how long we can keep going like our max, going our hardest, how long we can keep that for. They were very surprised that was quite good, and being quite explosive off the mark, just that strength, endurance. We have to tick off everything. So we already knew that we were doing all the right things. But this is just another just finer detail of where we can do better, what we can improve on, where we're good. So we want to try balance it all out and make an even playing field in everything. I guess at the highest level, that's all the difference. That little tweak or 1% is going to get you better for your fight. So good that we can tap in and use all that resource and help each other out in New Zealand. And that's crazy how far combat sports has come now, where they want to tap into this field and help us out on the world stage, knowing that we're a respected sport just like the Olympics. Yeah.
A couple of questions here. You are the benchmark on Air Street. Is it Air Street? Yeah. And I just wondered, when you had a time off, how long it took you to get back to there, and with all this extra training, have you superseded your old mark or?
Yeah, with the notorious hill that we do at our gym is Air Street in Parnell, and if anyone wants to go test it out, it's a pretty long hill. you never really get to the end because it's too long. But it's a good benchmark of your fitness, and there's no training that we do in sparring that emulates a hill sprint. You know, you got to go for 1:30, and you know you might have a good start, but you still got to finish strong as well. So a lot of guys that I go with that give me a push, they might keep up with me for the first one, but we've got 11 more left. We usually do 12, so I say, well, keep up with me for the next 11, and I forget they're even there because I don't see them anymore. But it's a good way of just getting into your head. I think that's what hill sprints allow you to do, is you can always push a little bit more, and it's that head noise from turning up to the hill, not wanting to do it, but you do it anyway, and then when you're halfway, you're like, well, I've only got another 6 to do, so I'll just keep my head down. And if you bring your head up as you're running and you look how far you got to go, you kind of psych yourself out. If you just look at the next step you got to do, it makes it a lot easier to tackle such a big workout. And I think that's a metaphor for life. If you look too far ahead of what's in front of you, it's a distraction. You'd rather just be looking right in front of you and putting all your energy into that. So being process driven rather than outcome driven. Hill sprints are a great way to train that.
Another thing, with the layoff, your mental, you know, because you've been used to, I'm going to have 3 fights this year, and you know, and you're there, and then it's all gone for you for a while, and you don't know for how long, you know. How did you cope with that, and how is it tougher mentally to get back into the zone, or what?
Yeah, so it's actually been a nice reset for me, taking a back step, and not a back step, just a stop to my normal routine and normal settings, and a bit of gratitude, I think, as well, because I love that I can do this, and this is my career and this is my job, but taking time away makes me realize this isn't everything. Having a family and 2 sons and a wife, you know, I've got to have a journey after fighting, and that's always going to be there, you know. So investing my time back into what's important, and that's, you know, whānau, and that's nurturing my 2 boys, and being present, I think, is the main thing for me. So fighting is such a full-on sport where when you're doing it, there's a shelf life of how long you can do it for. So it just allowed me to kind of be content with where I'm at, reflect, but also remind me that once I do get better, I've got a few years left in me. So while I'm still healthy and still young, I want to give it everything. So the next 5 years, you know, I want to really commit and not think about fighting 3 times this year. I just want to focus on the one fight and then take it from there. Put everything into the camps, you know, really be dialed in, and that's what we're doing at City Kickboxing, and tapping into all these different resources at New Zealand Sport, and just trying to be more well-rounded, and I feel like this next fight's going to be that next version of me. You know, I'm a bit older now, a bit more wiser. You know, we've got a lot of young guys at our gym that are, you know, trying to take me out and take my spot. But it's a good thing. It means that we've got a really good system at our gym, and you know, they're hungry, and they've got a good attitude, and they've got the good skills. So that's what it's all about, helping each other, you know, get better, and keeping me on my toes as well as keeping them on their toes, to know that it's not all about how hard you can go. It's being consistent, and that's in your recovery, that's in your rest, that's in your diet, that's in your sleep, that's in your training. It's not about who's the best at the gym, it's who's the best on the fight night. So just taking all those things and building off it. I'm excited to put it all together now, and that's why I feel like this will be my best fight. Doing the strength, doing the conditioning quite early on, where now we fine tune, where we're just doing the combat stuff, you know, sparring and the drills and the pad works and stuff. It's all coming together.
You must have been pretty happy when your opponent was announced, because a flick of the dice and he could have been the champion. So if you take his scalp, or when you take his scalp, that puts you right up there.
Yeah, 100%. You want to be fighting the guys that just fought for the belt, and Steve's a tough fight, great challenge for myself, and he's going to bring the best out of me. I want to fight guys that are world class, and for this side of the world, two Anzacs fighting, a Kiwi and an Aussie. It's a win for everyone. Even if you're from Perth or from Australia, I class Perth as a hometown as well, because there's so many Kiwis that live there. So it's going to be a great fight, and we're just going to go in there and take each other's heads off. And while the rest of the division will be beating each other up, I'm coming in kind of fresh, taking a year off, 6 months off contact. For people, I guess, forget what I've done in the UFC. Yeah. I fought former world champions. I fought with these guys that have never lost before. I fought, the highest level. So for me to come back and remind everyone, and then just get in there and feel comfortable, make my walkout, touch gloves, and then showcase everything that we've been doing at the gym, and put it all together on fight night.
I hope we can talk to you again before you go, and I've been watching, and the hitting the pads has definitely got harder, and it was hard before.
Yeah. No, cheers, Tony. Can't wait to just do what we love, and that's what's allowed me to kind of do that, is take time away to step back into my normal setting and really just enjoy this process, and enjoy everything that comes with it. It's going to be a great night. 3 of us fighting on the one night. Can't wait. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate that.